Hello friends, welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first video of mine that you're catching, welcome. My name is Rachel and I'm a reseller on sites like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. And today I'm going to share with you an update on a box I purchased from Boutique by the Box a few months ago, the L'Agence mystery box. So if you want to see how this one did for me, definitely stick around. So anytime I get a new box, I come on this channel, I open it live, and then I come back in a few months and I give you the actual results based on what I was able to sell and if I would recommend the box, based on my profits and my numbers. So this one I purchased in January of 2025. And honestly, it was kind of a little bit against my better judgment because Boutique by the Box had released a L'Agence box, a year ago, maybe 2 years ago now. I don't know. Time is all running together for me. But a lot of people had complained about it. But this was another load, and the inventory from the pictures and stuff looked pretty good. So I wanted to give it a try. So today I will show you what sold, how much it sold for, what platform it sold on, and at the end I'll talk the numbers. I'll re-rate the box. I initially rated the box when I opened it, and I'll link the original video down below if you want to watch that. And then I'll see if I would recommend it based on how I did with it. So if you like content like this, do consider subscribing to the channel. Like I said, anytime I get a new box in, I unbox it live, I come back in a few months, and I give you some results. And let me know if you ordered this time around, or if you were one of the people that ordered a few years ago, let me know that too. But specifically this time around, take a look at my video, see how yours compares, let me know how you did. I'm definitely interested to know if my results are the same as yours or if we had some different results. This was a 30-piece box and I paid $350. Boutique by the Box offers free shipping on all their boxes, so that was all included. It came to $11.32 per piece. As of right now, I have sold 13. I have 14 remaining, and then there were 4 items that were flawed or, well, yeah, I think everything that I didn't list was flawed. Like for one reason or another, I was not able to or did not feel comfortable listing. So what I'll do is I'll show you what sold, how much it sold for, what platform it sold on. I'll talk about how long it took to sell, and then I'll show you what I have left. And then at the very end, we'll talk numbers. So starting from lowest sale price to highest, the first one is this white ruffle blouse. I really did not know what else to call it except a white ruffle blouse. It had no style indications, no fabric content, and it was quite wrinkled. And I know this is probably unpopular opinion, but I do not steam items, especially items that I don't expect to sell for very much. It's just, I have to weigh whether or not steaming is worth my time, and this just was not going to be worth my time to make it look better. Maybe I would have gotten an extra 10 bucks or so, but I wasn't going to bank on it. So anyway, long story short, this one sold on Poshmark. It took about 2.5 months. It sold for $20. I'm pretty sure somebody sent me an offer on this, which I was totally fine with because I honestly did not expect this to sell at all. The next thing was an eBay sale. This was a black long sleeve V-neck shirt, and it was literally that. It was just a black long sleeve shirt. It had no style information. It was a very plain shirt. I actually sold this the 2 days after it was listed for $30 on eBay, which was very surprising to me because it was literally a plain black t-shirt. And especially black t-shirts that are plain like this or anything black, I have such a hard time getting the photos to look very good. So, I mean, it really was not it was a very surprising sale. Then I had the Audrey cutoff shorts in gray. These sold in July on Poshmark, so they did take 6 months, but I mean, they're shorts. And there were a lot of summer items in this box, which is why this one, I waited on sort of the longer end to do an update because there were so many summer items, and I purchased this in January. Sometimes when you get off-season purchases like that, and not to say that it wasn't going to sell in the off-season, but it just seems to take longer to gauge a true performance of a box when it's like specific season type items. In the case of this box, there was a ton of shorts. So these sold for $32.85 on Poshmark. These sold as part of a bundle, which is why it's like a weird dollar amount from Poshmark. But you know what? I was willing to take it to get those out of here. Then I had the Cali shorts in tan. These were a size 25. These sold on eBay in June. So again, shorts, June, makes sense. These sold for $33.99, which may have been my full asking, although I feel like they probably were on sale or something. But that was a decent sale, at least I think. Then I had the Audrey dark green shorts. These were like a denim cutoff shorts. In fact, I had a lot of this Audrey style in different colors. But this one sold for $35 on Poshmark in June 5th. So they took about 4 months. But again, as I expected, they waited until summer rolled around to sell, which makes sense to me. Then I had the Audrey Nova mid-rise shorts in blue denim. These were a size 25. Most of the stuff in this box was size 24, 25, 26. So very small sizes. A lot of the pieces in this box too were samples. There were very few that had tags. Some of them did not even have like fabric content information, so it wasn't my favorite from that regard. I'll talk about that later, but lots and lots of very small size stuff. But these sold in, actually, I think these were bundled with the Audrey shorts, because these also sold in a bundle, the gray Audrey shorts. These sold for $39.42, which was the amount for this one item out of the bundle sale. Then I had the 100% silk blue striped shirt. This one was an eBay international sale. So I had it listed higher than this, but then I realized that the buyer was going to have to pay quite a bit in shipping. I think it went to like New Zealand or something, like all the way across the world. So I did accept a $50 offer, plus the buyer paid, of course, shipping on that one. That one sold in June. And from January to June, I did not have much other interest in it, so I didn't really feel bad about taking a lower offer, much lower than what I had originally priced it at. Then there was the Seda, I think that's how it said, S-A-D-A, slim cropped jeans in white. So these were a bigger size, a size 29, but these definitely not were what I would consider to be a trendy style right now, slim cropped jeans. So these were also, though, a $50 eBay sale, and these sold within 3 weeks. They were one of the first things to go. So that was a little surprising, and I'm definitely happy with that. There was the white sleeveless bodysuit. Again, very basic white bodysuit. This one did have a tag. This one was new with tag. So it sold for $50 on eBay. It was a size small. And this one was only listed about 3 weeks as well. Then I had these green chino shorts in a size 25. Again, no style information on these, but they did sell within 2 weeks on eBay for $55, so I'll take it. Top three here, we've got the Audrey cutoff denim shorts in blue. These were a 25 as well. These sold at the end of April on Poshmark for $61. I do think I had done a closet clear out. Somebody accepted my new lower price with the closet clear out on that one. I had the Ashton tan metallic tweed shorts, my one and only Mercari sale on this list, but it was a very good Mercari sale nonetheless. And I think these were the very first things to sell. And it's funny because when I first unboxed this stuff, I really thought like, oh my gosh, tweed shorts, I'm never going to sell these. I have such a hard time selling anything tweed that I was like, oh geez, these are going to be here forever. And they were the first thing to sell. So it's so funny how that happens sometimes. But these sold for $87 on Mercari. And my Mercari sales have been very few and far between lately, but I will take a Mercari sale any day because their fees are so low. And the fact that I got $87 for these, I was really, really happy with. The highest selling item in the box was actually the denim jacket. I guess that's not really surprising. This was the Janelle Slim denim jacket. It was a size extra small. This jacket was so tiny, but it sold for $99 on eBay and it was listed about 5 weeks. So that was a great sale. I mean, I sold a white jacket in the middle towards the end of February, but still it was basically still winter, not yet spring. So that was a very exciting sale. Definitely my favorite sale out of the box. That and, of course, the tweed shorts. So what do I have left? I've got the pleated V-neck sleeveless button front mini dress, which also looks awful. This one is totally wrinkled in the photos. It's been hanging up here for months. It's still wrinkled. And I'm pretty sure it's silk, and I don't mess with trying to steam silk. Like, if this is one of those pieces, if I thought it was going to be worth it, I might have tried to steam this one, but it's silk, and I would just ruin it. I know. So I just took my pictures and took my chances, and it's still here. I have the Natalia sleeveless necktie blouse. This is cute, I guess. I don't know how in style this is. Obviously not very much, because that's still here as well. I've got the Shannon braided denim mini skirt. This one is a size 25. Again, I figured if we were going to sell mini skirts and shorts, we would have done so by now. It is almost the end of July, so I'm not really got high hopes for that one. I've got the Audrey mid-rise shorts in coconut. These were a size 30, so the biggest items in the box, the biggest pair of shorts in the box, but those unfortunately are still here. I've got the Hillary high-waist paper bag shorts. I did expect these to sell a little bit quicker, but again, those are still here, and my expectations are low as summer dwindles away. I've got the Audrey cutoff mid-rise shorts in biscuit, size 25. I feel like these little short shorts are a hard sell. I feel like people want longer shorts or baggier, so not surprised, really. I've got the Taylor high-rise Bermuda shorts. I am surprised that these didn't sell. These are more in style as far as I can tell. They are a size 24, so smaller size, one of the smallest in the box. But yeah, I am most surprised that those are still here. I've got the Seda crop slim pants in gray. So I sold the white ones. I had another pair in gray. These were a size 25. These are still here. Again, the white ones surprised me. I'm a lot less surprised that I still have these gray ones. And I've got the Margot brown corduroy pants. Not surprised that these are still here because these are more of a fall piece. Definitely anything corduroy I would more so expect to sell in the fall. So I am still holding out hope for those. And then I have 5 pair of the Ryland cutoff denim shorts in white. In the original unboxing, there were like a ton of these same exact shorts, and I have not sold a single one. They're all size 25. They're all white. They're all like mid-rise cutoff. Not a one. And I really don't foresee myself selling them anytime soon. So that's that. So let me go back and rate the box. So I'm talking ease of listing, quality of items, and overall profitability on a scale of highest being Holy Grail, best reseller box ever, all the way down through, oh yeah, oh okay, oh no, and lowest of low, dumpster fire. If I'm talking ease of listing, this stuff was not very easy to list. A lot of it I couldn't find stock photos or even style names because a lot of them were sample pieces. They didn't have fabric content information. So it actually was quite difficult to list this stuff. And I actually did better than I expected to, considering what condition this stuff was in. Quality of items, definitely I think could have been better. Again, almost everything was new without tag. Sample pieces, I didn't realize I was going to be getting so many samples, and they all were such small sizes. I mean, the quality wasn't terrible, but it certainly wasn't great either. No, there were some things left to be desired on that. And then overall profitability in 90 days. So I paid $350 for the box. And as of right now, I have made $472. So what? I've made $122.85. So I'm not in the hole, which quite frankly, I kind of expected to be in the hole on this one. And I am happy about that. But typically with a box that I pay up for, and I would say $11.32 per piece is paying up, I would say. It's really not too bad, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but I would have liked to at least double my money here, and I did not. And I mean, I guess eventually I might hit that double mark. I would probably have to sell off every single thing that's left. And that's going to take a while if it ever happens, if this stuff doesn't get pulled down and sent to ThredUp or taken to Uptown Cheapskate first. So that all being said, I'm going to rate this box an oh no. It wasn't a total dumpster fire because I'm not I'm not like completely out. I didn't lose money. I didn't break even with no potential for additional profit, but there was way too much work I had to put into this to only make $120. I definitely would have wanted to make more than that. So, oh no. And would I buy this one again? Not at this cost per piece. I would entertain it if I knew they were samples and I knew they were dated pieces. I would entertain this box again, maybe if it were like half the price of this. But for what it cost on this, there's no way that I would intentionally purchase this again with the hopes of making money, because unfortunately it was not there. And I love Boutique by the Box. Don't get me wrong. I make tons of money selling stuff that I buy from them several times every single month. They are one of my primary sources of inventory for my entire reseller business. This one, however, it missed the mark for me. So definitely let me know in the comments if you got this, if you did any better, if the pieces you got were any different than mine. I would really like to know, another perspective on this. Make sure you subscribe if you like these update videos and unboxing videos. Every time I do an unboxing, I come back and do one of these updates to give you my actual numbers and my recommendation. Hit that like button if you could on the way out. And that's it for today, friends. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video.